violence, and institutional failure. I intend to present these sentiments as raw and unfiltered as they are, because to sugarcoat their suffering would be a disservice, and also it would be an injustice. I do so fully aware that for many in this chamber today, this process is merely a procedural tick box exercise. But for the youth, it is a cry for their dignity. I do so in a reflection of a fearless, united youth movement of 1976, and also the unapologetic 2015 Fees Must Fall generation. Between 2018 and 2025, South Africa has witnessed a skyrocketing, persistent crisis of youth unemployment, both amongst graduates and non-graduates. According to recent Stats SA, youth unemployment between ages 15 to 24 has increased up to 62.4%. Crime has intensified, and gender-based violence has reached horrifying levels. We lose women and children to senseless brutality, yet we remain buried in action. In 2017, former President Jacob Zuma declared free education with an implementation timeline to be starting in 2018. The commitment was later reversed by this current administration, the so-called Government of National Unity, a coalition that I can only describe as an unholy mjolo that continues to betray the educational aspirations of the youth. The government does not understand the trauma of students studying without food. It does not understand the hardship of students not having proper accommodation. It does not understand the lives of students that have no access to sanitary products without safe accommodation. It is a government that fails to comprehend the reality that many unfunded students are pushed into dangerous circumstances wherein survival becomes dependent on transactional relationships with older men, often leading to exploitation, abuse, and diseases. Students from the poor are forced to drop out due to no funding. Young people are hopeless because of getting no spaces in higher education institutions. Young males resort to hijacking, stealing, burglary, murder, drug and substance abuse. 3 weeks ago, we lost a brother who was shot in cold blood while he was trying to reason with a young man who had broken into a house in a nearby area, and he had stolen a TV. Lawlessness is the order of the day as a result of a failing government. The GNU does not feel the pain of a black child who graduates against all odds, only to be barred from graduating and receiving their certificate due to unpaid fees. And even with the degree, employment remains a distant dream. House Chairperson, we are producing youth that is unemployable. What future is this? Others most recently went to the US and had the audacity to further pledge more exploitation of our mineral resources for the benefit of the United States, whereas our youth is living in abject poverty and misery.
Honorable Member, will you just take your seat, please? Honorable Member, why do you want to be recognized?
No, thank you very much, Chairperson.
Order, honorable members, I can't hear what the member has to say.
Thank you very much, Chairperson. I wanted to check if the member on the podium is willing to tell us when it's Floyd.
No, honorable member, that's not a point of order, please. Please, let's be serious. Please proceed, honorable member.
Chairperson, the hiring of foreign nationals in our country takes priority over our youth in this country. As we stand here today, a university called Safako Mogato Health Science University has hired at least 20 admin staff, whereas our youth is unemployed in this country. We have witnessed graduates and students of Teleso TVET College or TVET College in the Northwest who are now able to build robots that can assist both the deaf and the blind. We have witnessed students during oversight in the University of Technology that can build drones, build battery-powered vehicles, but are not given the support or the opportunities. Students in TVET College in the Northwest are able to even refine and process mineral resources to jewelry and value-added products. But this government still takes our mineral resources to other countries for their own benefit. Young people are very innovative, House Chair. Young people have the potential to become miners. Young people can process and refine our mineral resources to become value-added products. Today, our youth is ravaged by substance abuse. Many of our sisters are forced into sex work, not by choice, but by economic desperation. Others are coerced into exchanging sexual favors for even jobs that they qualify for even in institutions of government. Nepotism and corruption have closed all doors of opportunities, but to those that are politically connected, including children of ministers, friends of executives, girlfriends and boyfriends of those that are in power. Meanwhile, hospitals remain short-staffed while our young qualified doctors are unemployed. Schools are operating on a teacher ratio of 1:50, far above the recommended standards. Yet the budget says nothing about employing the thousands and thousands of unemployed teachers that are sitting at home hopelessly so. Suicidal rates amongst young deaf ears. Let me take this opportunity now to speak directly to the youth of this country. Bandabash, no one is coming to save you. The time has come for us to confront those who are profiting from our suffering head on. Let us unite. Let us visit the mines in Limpopo, Northwest, and
Honorable members,
all
order.
our communities. Let us visit the mines in Limpopo, Mpumalanga, and all our communities. Let us go to them and ask them, what do we benefit as young people from the extraction of our mineral resources? Let us go to Richards Bay Minerals and ask them, what role are young people playing in the local economy? Where are those hundreds and hundreds of trucks that go in, week out with our coal, taking that coal? And how are we benefiting as young people? Let us demonstrate not just a march, but an act of purpose and determination like the youth of 1976, like the United Fees Must Fall movement. Let us call out and isolate those who enable and perpetrate gender-based violence. Let us isolate our brothers who rape, kill, and murder our sisters on a daily basis. For hashtags, this is not the time for campaigns that die in news cycles. This is the time for real grassroots mobilization. We will no longer allow our mineral resources to be sold under our noses, under the pretense of building foreign economies while we languish in hunger. Let us end this modern day economic slavery. Let us stand at the gates of those that are exploiting our wealth, our futures, and demand accountability now. We refuse to be spectators in our own country while our land is overflowing with riches, but bereft of justice for its youth. Rise now, young people. Our future depends on it and that of our children, or let us watch it fade under our watch. We are not just the future, but we are the present. Before I conclude, House Chairperson, let me borrow from a few words of a living icon and a legend, Ubaba Msezane Mbuli, when he reminds us in his words, when he says, Vuka Taki, Vuka Africa. Now is the time to break the mental chains. Now is the time for soul searching. Now is the time to retain dignity and power. Poverty has a color in South Africa. Silence is no longer golden. Silence is cowardice. The end of apartheid did not end poverty. The end of apartheid did not end inequality. Our minerals are still in the hands of the whites. Our economy is still in the hands of the whites. The weapon of the oppressor is the mind, and the mind of an oppressed black man. Ukulimala kwengqondo, ukulimala komuntu, ukulimala komuntu, ukulimala komndeni, ukulimala komndeni,
Damage to the
ukulimala
brain
komphakathi.
is there damage to a person. Damage to a person is damage to the family, and that is damage to the community.
Let me share a few words from a speech that I delivered back in the years when I was doing matric. These, Honorable Chair, these were the words born of my conditions, which are conditions faced by thousands of hopeless child-headed homes today. No matter how good your excuses may be, no matter how much you can blame your difficult conditions, in our case, no matter how much we can